Obviously, it's good to get the first one here at home. I thought it was a really hard-fought game, very competitive. It was good that we got off to a good start in the first quarter. We had a lot of energy. The crowd was into the game. But more importantly, I thought the plays we made to win the game in the fourth quarter and us getting big-time rebounds, taking care of the ball. Dame made some big shots. So, 48 minutes is a long time. The fact that we lost a big lead early in the game, you almost kind of anticipate that in the NBA. But the way we closed it out was good for us.
Yes, sir, right here. Yeah.
Terry, Joe Freeman with the Oregonian. How would you describe what Ennis gave you today, and can you just elaborate on how well he played?
He gave us a lot of toughness inside. Obviously his rebounding and scoring. I thought his conditioning was really good. He maintained a high level of play for a long period of time. I don't know if we anticipated a left-handed scoop shot, but that came in handy as well.
Right up front here.
Terry, Eric Horn from the Oklahoman. Paul George has a tough day in terms of his shooting. What did you do, or what did your guys do to kind of slow him down in terms of his drives? Mo Harkless being able to block him and keep him out of the paint.
Well, he didn't shoot the ball well from three, and that's been a big difference in our regular season games. To be honest, I think we gave him too many open three looks, and that's going to be a concern going into game two. But he's a great player. He's going to get his shot attempts. I thought we did a nice job of changing different guys on him, whether it's Chief or Rodney or Mo or Evan, knowing that he's always an option. They do a good job of staggering his minutes, so he keeps them fresh. But my biggest concern with him is they had too many threes. That was. We can't let them get away from us as much as we did.
Yeah, Terry, Barry Trammell with the Oklahoman. In the first quarter, they seemed to post Adams up on Cantor a bunch. They went away from that the deeper the game went. Did you guys make adjustments to try to prohibit that, or what exactly was going on?
No, you'd probably have to ask Billy that. Their bread and butter is Russell and Paul George. I mean, that's what they're going to go to. Other people will be involved, obviously, but as the game goes on, you tend to go to your main scorers.
Kevin Pelton, ESPN.com. Ennis's rep was his defensive limitations made him hard to play in the playoffs. Did you think he could be more effective in your system, and have you seen him kind of grow in that regard?
I'd heard about that. I think it's unfortunate. A lot of times you get a reputation, and the reputation kind of sticks with you whether you deserve it or not. I think Ennis has really been good for us defensively. He gives great effort. He wants to do what we want to do. I think when he one-on-one against Steven Adams, he can hold his own in the block, pick and roll defense. I think he gives good effort. He's communicating. So as a coach, all you can ask for is that the players giving effort and trying to do what you want them to do. And Ennis has been like that from day one with us.
Emmanuel Laurent, Basket USA. I was wondering, how important is it for you to win this one with this group after so many losses with the same group of guys?
Honestly, it doesn't have anything to do with last year. It's you're in the playoffs, and every game's important. Game one's important. Game two's important. Winning home court's important. So it really has nothing to do with what happened last year. It's about what we have to do to win this series.
Anyone else for Coach Stotts? Go right up front here. Up right to the left, then up front. Go ahead. Casey, go ahead.
Terry, could you just talk about the effort you got from both Mo and Al-Farouq tonight, particularly defensively on Paul George? It seems like both those guys really brought something extra tonight.
If you look at the box score, it doesn't stand out to you. And I think anybody who watches us play appreciates what Mo and Chief give us every night. Defensively, they usually have a tough assignment. Tonight, obviously, with Paul George, one of those two guys is usually on him. So they both took the challenge, defensive challenge. Like I said, they're not involved in the offense a lot of times unless somebody creates things for them, but they bring it every night, and tonight was no different.
Eric Horn, the Oklahoma, and Terry, with the way the NBA is now and guys packing the paint, being able to keep players like Dame and CJ out of the paint, how important is it to have those guys that can create, three-pointers off the dribble and create their own offense and make those three-pointers the way that Dame did tonight, from 25 to 28 feet in that range?
In the NBA, as many guys as you can have that can create and make their own shots, it puts you at an advantage. So Dame and CJ in particular have that ability. Paul George obviously does for them, and Westbrook. So it's an important part of the game at both ends, defending those type of players and having those players be able to carry some of the offensive load.
Okay.
All right, thank you.